So, welcome. This is the game, of course. Now I'm going to show you how the texture switcher works. This is the texture switcher. And as you can see, there are a couple of sets. It's recognized. There are my ceiling and bottom sets, which are basically in old format. So they're still pretty bland. And there's the walls and edges set. And as you can see, it already knows a couple of textures assigned to it. For example, the walls and edges, we see the wood planks light. And when I double click on it, we get this screen, and there's a selection of, well, textures we can choose from. For example, I can say I want lines. Now if you go now to the set in the game, and we see, let's take a really bold one, that indeed it has gone to the lines. And I can switch it now, for example, to plaster. And as you can see, it hasn't switched yet. That's because I need to refresh it, and basically you need to say, do two things. Make sure there's not a single object using that texture, and do something completely different. And I always do path, but you can also build a coaster or anything. In theory, you can even just shut it down and open this up again. And as you now go to this one, you can see that it has changed. See? Now it's beautiful plaster. And this can continue in all kinds of things. We can say, I want these marble strips. And then we go again to that set. And suddenly we've got marble strips. So using the same CS set, we can assign various textures depending on the use you want to have in the park. Now the set it is a little bit more advanced than that. Okay, not really advanced, but it can do a little bit more. For example, you can say, oh, I want to make this a separate version. And I'm gonna make a park. I want this here, and for the force path, I want, well, the hexagon is a nice one. And scattered stones, and let's go for the stack stone light. And we can save this. And then it's not changed or anything, it's just saved as a format. Let's save it as stream test. And we save it, close it. Now, for example, I want to open up that park, but then I need to reset all these things. Then I simply go run file, stream test, bam, it has changed here. And that means it has changed here. And two as well. These are the small panels dark, which is basically just a dark version of the small panel texture. And there you have it, that is the program. Now, in the next part I will show you how that will do in startup, because nobody seems to read things. I'll be back in a second.